Welcome back. You're in the mix with GrooveBoston.
Yeah, say that again. Yes, you can.
Grab
I
the
believe
mic.
in you.
Do it.
Just do it. Put it near your face and do it.
Welcome back. You're in the mix with GrooveBoston.
There's a little crackly in the middle. A little laugh in there.
Shut up.
So,
Ooh, feisty one.
here we have a caller. A DJ caller, perhaps.
Into the phone.
Caller, you're on the line.
Hey, how you doing?
How's it going?
All good, all good. What's up?
Welcome to Rage, Rinse, Repeat. Now, forgive me for asking. You pronounce your name Pri yon Joni, is that correct?
Yep, it's Pri yon Joni.
Pri yon Joni. Okay, got it. Nice.
Yep.
How
you doing?
Very good. Thank you for calling in, man. So, joining us.
Great to be here, man.
Where are you calling us from?
I'm calling you from Des Moines, Iowa.
Des Moines. I'm a Chicago boy myself, so not too far.
Not too far. Yeah.
And what's up on your schedule lately? Have you been you're a resident in Des Moines? Tell us a little bit about your DJ background.
You know what? Yeah, I play mostly in the Midwest, so like I got Minneapolis coming up and Kansas City, so like I don't have that much residencies anymore because events are filling up my schedule, so it's been like a roundabout I've been doing around this part of the Midwest, so that's Omaha, Sioux Falls, Minneapolis, and Kansas City. And every once in a while I get to travel, like to the West Coast or down south, so.
Oh, that's awesome. So I see you've spun at over 70 nightclubs throughout the States and Canada.
Yep, that was as of 2011, yeah.
Oh, wow, so it's just been growing since then. Have you been able to catch any of this Ultra Madness?
Oh, man, you know what? Haven't been able to ever attend one of those big festivals yet because my schedule's always keeping me busy, so work before play.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell us a little bit about your background. What kind of stuff do you spin?
You know what? Like, I'm marketed as an open format DJ that can play everything, but like I have a heart for house music, like EDM. It's always been my thing. And I started out doing like trance and break beats, but I never really got to enjoy it at the club because I'm originally from Detroit. So as funny as that is, being where techno came from, it's not really where the market is there during the time I was there. It was like I was playing hip hop for the longest time. And then eventually this electro movement, in the mid to late 2000s came about. And then I finally found like kind of like a bridge between like being able to play clubby while being able to play epic. So
yeah that's awesome. So was kind of the turntablism you incorporate in your sets like part of that, or
like that's the thing, is because I started as a hip hop DJ and I was really into that turntablism movement in the 90s.
And how many click flares can you do?
What's that?
How many click flares can you do?
You know what? I can't do open fader scratches. I'm really bad with the flaring.
Open fader scratches?
Dude, you haven't even seen the video.
Yo, me neither, but you want to know what, dude? You're Asian. Like, that's kind of against the whole thing.
What? You didn't tell me he was Asian. Sorry.
Oh, man. Bio didn't get spread around.
Is he not Asian? I'm sorry.
Ask our guest.
Yeah, no, I am. I'm
I would
unless my mom lied to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice. So that's cool that you call yourself an open format DJ. I mean, I guess it really gives you flexibility to play a lot of other people's stuff, but still kind of read a crowd, right? And just give them what they want.
It's a little bit of both, because it's like when it comes down to it, EDM gigs aren't as available for being able to work all the time, So my whole thing is I do want to play more EDM. So you kind of capture them with what they want to hear, but then once you gain their trust, you kind of squeeze it in there.
Yes.
And that's how I get my EDM gigs, is because they're like they'd be surprised that a guy who can play hip hop like me or play rock and the college style stuff, and then all of a sudden bang out a good like
EDM set.
Yeah.
Electro set. Yeah.
Like, the problem with me right now too is like, because I like a bunch of different stuff too, and I know everybody else does. I hate being put in a box. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you play EDM, so you're only allowed to play Electric Daisy Carnival and Ultra and like EDM spots.
Yeah.
But like, you know what I mean? There's so much great music out there, and I think if you just do it creatively, it should be open.
But the thing about open format, it's in a box too, because like whenever I play house for an open format crowd, if I'm doing like a electro or dubstep set, like or an EDM set overall, it's I'm not diving into my underground stuff, and I'm usually not diving into my own production at those sets. So it's like it kind of also has a chain on you when you play open format. That when you play open format, you have to play a lot more mainstream hits, of all genres. You can't dive into underground hip hop, underground house as easily either, So every format you play for, it's a different thing. That's why I love playing for music festivals. Well, I've only played for one, but I've done it for a couple years at 515 Alive, and that's the only time in the year where I get to play exactly what I want, how I want it, and there's going to be a crowd there that's going to love it,
Yeah, it's a pretty sick video you got up on your YouTube channel for sure.
Oh, thank you.
What is the YouTube channel?
Yeah, how do our listeners find you?
It's youtube.com/Pri yon Joni.
You'll see the spelling online.
Yep.
Yeah, tweet it so we can make sure it's spelled correct.
For sure, I'll do that.
It's PRIYONJONI.
J.
That's right. Yep.
I finally hit 1,000 subscribers this week.
Congratulations.
Nice.
Yeah. It only took 3 years, but it's slow growth.
You mentioned the trust thing, and that's so important, and the trust and the balance is cool, because as a DJ and someone who kind of knows the emotional destination objective of the night, it's always interesting to see the route you have to take as an artist to get people there and how to get them on board before the train leaves the station, so to speak.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because like some people, it's kind of weird because like, okay, an open format night, 2 DJs can play. One DJ is gonna feel uncomfortable and only play hip hop, and he'll work the crowd and it'll be good. And then another DJ can come in and be able to squeeze that, the electro, the dubstep, in there, and then somehow it works. And it's like it's all in your delivery, and that's how the turntablism stuff kind of gets in there, because you kind of sneak it in there, and then next thing you know, the people who normally wouldn't like it are there like partying to it. So it's a little bit of a balancing game, and then if you go overboard, you gotta like swing back a little bit.
Yeah. So I got a question for you. What's like, describe either one of your specific favorite venues to play, or like your ideal venue. Is it a festival? Is it a crowded dark club with awesome lighting, or what's your crowd size? What kind of place do you like to play the most?
Honestly, that's a hard question to answer, because being in small bars, big mega clubs that have 4,000 capacity, there's something different I like about each one of them. Like in a smaller bar setting, like something about 200 capacity, you get to be intimate with the crowd, like real personal. You get to talk to the people. The DJ booth is in access to the people, so you get a little personal with them. A big setting is awesome, because like Myth nightclub in Minneapolis, it's cool because it's big and you got this huge sea of people in front of you, but you don't really get to interact as much because you're so far away from them. And then I kind of like the in-between clubs, like Joker's in my hometown, where the size isn't really that big, but it's big for the city. But
that's the place where it's got like a Joker face with like lights coming out of its eyes and a cryo jet in the mouth. Is that
exactly? Yeah, that's one of 2 locations in Iowa.
You guys really need to check out this guy's videos online. I did a little bit of background. It's absolutely incredible, the stuff that you put together. I got one more question for you. We got a couple of your tracks here. Is there anything in particular you'd want us to play? We got some Moombahton dubstep remixes here. You shot over some stuff. Anything you want to hear in particular? Anything that you'd like to talk about?
Well, my personal favorite one that I ever produced was the I'm in Love with Christian TV, and I did that with DJ Escape, one of my homies in the iParty crew.
Escape's and people too.
Or the track I did with Tila that we never released, that I actually
put on there. So
yes, I am familiar. I do love Tila, and that's amazing that you got to work with her. However, I don't know how radio-friendly Tila Tequila tends to be. But
what? You're right. So
Tell me a
Christian TV
little bit more about this "I'm in Love" track as we get into that.
It's funny because Christian TV, DJ Escape, one of my partners, he opened for Christian TV at, I believe it was a music festival in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And then he was talking to him, they were chopping it up, and he asked for an acapella of a track that he was going to release around that summer. So Escape sent me the acapella. We were working on it together over the internet, just going back and forth. And then we finally finished that track. I first played it at 515 Alive, and I put a video out. It's actually in that video that you guys saw. And the response was really great. But from what I was told, according to Robert Escape, when he presented it to Christian TV, the exact response was, Universal Motown feels it's going to take attention away from the original.
So we don't think we want to release this. So, yeah.
So actually, to be honest with you, this track is an open instrumental, and I would love to redo this track with a different vocal.
So we can actually release it.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
We got a vocalist in the studio tonight with us. If you'd like her to just kind of say some sexy things over the air.
Yeah, for sure. I'd love to check out something, because I haven't been able. This track is 2 years old, so I haven't been able to.
All right, cool.
Do anything with it yet.
Well,
so.
we'd love to do a live Rage Rinse Repeat remix of it. Right now in the background, we got "I'm in Love," Pri yon Joni. Dude, thank you for calling in, and tell us again where we can find you on the social media.
Wait, say what again?
Tell me again where our fans can find you on online and such.
You know what? Go to my website, www.priyonjoni.com. All my links are there.
All right, perfect. Again, this is this is "I'm in Love," the Pri yon Joni remix with live vocals.
For
You're
sure.
listening
Can't wait to hear it.
Here it comes.
You're listening to Rage Rinse Repeat with GrooveBoston.
I'm in love. I'm in love. Just touch me. Just touch me.